Section 6 News at 5:30. I'm your anchor, Terry Fide of Water. Today we'll be talking about why restaurant employees should be certified in first aid, CPR, and AED. Today at Edinburgh University, a father died at a restaurant because no employee knew what to do to save his life. We send you now to Mary G. Wana, who's on the scene. Mary?
Yes, thank you, Terry. I'm here at Edinburgh University where a tragic tragedy has just occurred. Simon Bitts was having dinner with his daughter Madison when he started choking. Madison cried out for help, but no one knew what to do. Her father ended up passing out and died due to cardiac arrest. Here is Madison on the tragic death of her father.
My father was a wonderful man. He was strong and caring. If only someone in the restaurant knew how to help him, he would still be alive.
What if you knew how to?
What?
What if you knew how to do the Heimlich maneuver? Then he would still be alive, wouldn't he?
You want me to know how to do that? I don't work there. I shouldn't have to know. They should. How dare you disrespect my dead father?
Well, back to you, Terry. You are a complete dick.
That concludes our news report for today. Thank you and good night.
Let's talk about why restaurant employees should be first aid, CPR, and AED certified. And we're not going to do anything like that news report. Jeez. Sure. Can I help too? Jeez, seriously. Where are you people even coming from? In New York, it's a law that restaurants have to have a CPR kit in their building for someone who is trained in CPR to use it. They don't require the owners or the staff to know how to use CPR. This year, 4,000 people died from choking. We're not doing that. We're going to go through and teach you, viewers, on how to do each single step. Do we get to help too? Yeah, you guys get to be my demonstrators.
Hey.
What?
You know the Heimlich maneuver?
No.
Well, okay then.
I know what to do. You punch him in the stomach.
Super Heimlich man, here to help.
Oh, for crying out loud. What you do first is get consent. Tell them who you are and what you can do, and then ask them for help. Next, go behind the victim, wrap your arms around them. Make a fist with your dominant hand and place the thumb just above the belly button. Now place your other hand on top of the dominant hand and thrust inwards and upwards until the person spits out the object. If the object still doesn't come out, you must give back blows. Take your dominant hand, reach across the front of their body, and place it on their opposite shoulder. Bend them forward to a 90-degree angle. Give them 5 back blows in between their shoulder blades. Knowing the Heimlich maneuver can save someone's life. We're not doing that. There are 4 main injuries that happen in a restaurant. 1, sprains and strains. 2 is cuts, 3 is bruises, 4 is burns. Each year, 67,000 people report a cut that causes them to miss at least 1 day of work. You have a chef that's cutting a nice piece of steak and he slits his finger. Or you have a customer that's cutting their steak and they cut their finger. What do?
A couple, and the girl finds out the guy's been cheating on her, so she stabs him in the hand. What do you do then?
Why does it have to be a stabbing? Why not a cut?
Cuts are so cliche.
So what if cuts are cliche? You're more likely to have a cut than a stabbing.
Fine, have it your way, but don't come running to me when you don't know what to do with the stabbing.
I've got this one.
Alright then.
You have a cut, make sure to wash your hand, or have the customer wash their hand. If it's not too deep, slap a band-aid on it. If it's pretty deep, slap it in gauze and apply pressure. If it's deep, go to the hospital and get it checked out and stitched up. In 2011, there was 330,000 knife wounds with visits to the ER. You know, teens ages 15 to 17 in food service have reported up to 44,000 injuries.
Where'd you learn that?
A news report.
Of course you did.
Ah! I just burnt myself.
You know, I'm glad that happened. Well, not to you. maybe. You see, 10% of injuries that come in a restaurant are from burns. 9% of the burns come from hot surfaces, like a stove, or in your case, a hot dog cooker. Do either of you know what to do with a burn?
Actually, yes. With a burn, you can treat it yourself. If it's a first-degree burn, such as a sunburn or a small scald, immerse it in cold water and then put aloe on. Neat little fact my mother told me, to help relieve the pain, you can soak your hand in cold milk. If the burn is second degree or higher, seek medical attention immediately. So what's next here?
Next we've got CPR. Say you had somebody to help us with an AED.
Yeah, there he is.
Aren't you the news anchor?
Yeah, you got a problem?
Nope. Choking can lead to sudden cardiac arrest by oxygen not being able to get to the lungs or the brain, causing the person to pass out and possibly die.
CPR and AED are needed as soon as possible in order to save someone's life.
If the person is passed out, call 911 as soon as possible. The quicker you get CPR and AED started, the chances of the person living are much higher.
When a person is passed out, shout. If there's no answer, shake them and shout.
If there's still no answer, check for breathing. Look for the chest to rise and feel a hot breath on your face. If there's no breathing, begin CPR by linking your hand one on top of the other, and with the heel of your hand, give 30 chest compressions.
When AED arrives, make sure the person's shirt is cut off and their chest is dry. Apply the AED pads. Follow the instructions that the AED gives. Once a shock is given, return to 5 sets of compression.
Great helpers. And you know, Terry, you're not too bad of a guy.
Wish I could say the same about you.
Super Heimlich Man!
Good evening, and welcome to Action 6 News at 5:30. I'm your anchor, Terrified of Spiders. Today we'll be talking about why restaurant employees should be certified in first aid, CPR, and AED. Today at Edinburgh University, a father was saved at a restaurant because one employee knew what to do to save his life. I'll send you now to Mary G. Wana, who's on the scene. Mary?
Yes, thank you, Terry. I'm here at Edinburgh University, where a restaurant worker helped save the life of a father. Simon Bitts was having dinner with his daughter Madison when he started choking. Madison cried for help, and thankfully an employee knew what to do. The waitress used the Heimlich maneuver to help dislodge the object from his throat. Here's Madison with her father.
I just started choking on this piece of meat, and Madison then cried out, and then a waitress went to help.
Without her, my father would be dead, and I'm so grateful.
It's just really a blessing.
Yeah, yes it is.
Because of one great waitress, a life is saved. Back to you, Terry.
What a wonderful story. That's all we have for you tonight. Good night.